And away we go. It is the Nightcap brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar right here on BearcatJournal.com. Hail Mary's, Harrison Avenue, right in the heart of Cheviot. They're in the Dora District. You can walk from bar to bar with your drinks, or why do that when you can just stay at Hail Mary's? They have 27 TVs, a 9-screen video wall. There's not a bad seat in the house, and they subscribe to every sports package that DirecTV offers. They can stream all the games, and Cincinnati sports will always be on the video wall. They don't have a kitchen, but they do have various food trucks on the weekends and randomly throughout the week. Go see our friends at Hail Mary's, Harrison Avenue in Cheviot. All right, Aaron, let's get this show on the road. We've had it easy for a couple weeks. Only, a couple games to talk about when you take out the Cincinnati game. This week in the Big 12,
full slate.
We get the full slate. All 16 teams in action, all 16 teams playing conference games. And in this conference, who the hell knows?
Nobody.
I joked around. I was on with the Baylor guys on 365.
Sick 'em.
I love those guys. Those dudes do awesome work. I love when they invite me on. And they were asking me about, the UC Arizona State. And I said, look, man, I don't know how we're going to handle all season content from here on out because the Big 12 preseason poll is completely irrelevant. It does not matter. It is at least in the SEC preseason poll, they're going to put Alabama and Georgia at the top. And there's going to be a team or two that, are expected to have a really good year, whatever the case may be. And you feel pretty good about most of your SEC preseason poll.
Sure.
This league is insane. It's so stupid. There is no rhyme or reason to any of it. 4 of the top 6 teams in the preseason are at the bottom. Arizona State and Cincinnati are looking to play a game that gets them up into potentially second or tied for second or third in the league heading into week 9, which we all had on our bingo cards. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But it's so fun because a show like this, we do this a lot. We follow these teams. We watch these teams. We think we have a pretty good pulse on the strengths and weaknesses of all these teams. We're making shit up when we act like we know who's going to win these games.
I mean, there's some interesting ones this week.
Yeah. All right. Let's get it rolling. Friday night, 10:15, Oklahoma State at BYU. BYU is all the way up to number 13 in the country. They're 6-0.
They're good.
They're a 9.5-point favorite. The total is 52.5.
Chad, you've got 2 different religions praying for you. Of course you're good.
You cannot let go of the Jewish quarterback angle for BYU. The crazy part, Aaron, when we do this, I usually like to start this segment. I have the ESPN scoreboard pulled up, and the ESPN scoreboard will take each game and then list the leading passer, the leading rusher, and the leading receiver in the game. All Oklahoma State. Bowman he's had a rough year in terms of throwing interceptions, but he's thrown for 1,600 yards and 12 touchdowns. Ollie Gordon has, we're still looking for him on the milk carton, but he's the leading rusher in this game. Stribling for Oklahoma State is the leading wide receiver in this game. So,
Jake Retzlaff is the leading passer and the leading rusher for BYU.
Right. If this was in Stillwater, there's a part of me that would be tempted to say, okay, this is how crazy this league is that Oklahoma State, who hasn't got a win and is it doesn't look the part at all, beats BYU. But it's at BYU. It's in Provo at 10:15 on a Friday night. I think I'd take Oklahoma State in the points. For some reason, I think they keep this close, but I think BYU wins.
No shot on the points. BYU is running away with this one. We're going to be looking for Mike Gundy on the milk carton next. I don't know. He's lucky to have a head. Truthfully, after being attacked by a cow this week. Opened up at 55.5. The line's moved to 52.5. I'm going to take the under this week on BYU. Actually, I don't think Oklahoma State's going to put enough points to have a fight in this game. Back to Retzlaff, did want to say he's leading the team with 184 rushing yards. That's it in 6 games.
That's it. They don't run the ball at all.
God. The opposite.
So that's why they're dangerous, though. If they get down, it's not like they got to change who they are.
No.
If they get down, they're like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, we're down 14. Touchdown, stop, touchdown. The thing I do think, I think the difference in this game, BYU, especially at home, has been outstanding at creating turnovers. Yeah. And Oklahoma State's been turning it over a lot. And BYU has been great at turning those turnovers into points.
All right. So we got 6 more games to get to, and we're already 6 minutes in.
Houston at Kansas.
What a terrible game.
Kansas favored by 5. The total is 47.5. I don't know why. I'm gonna take Houston on the money line.
I want Willie Fritz to win this one too. I am with you, and I don't even like Houston. I hate Houston more than Kansas, truthfully. But I want Willie Fritz to get this one. I'm all the way out on Kansas, and I think that this season, playing at Arrowhead, get embarrassed. Just get out of here.
Yeah, but I Jaden Daniels, sorry.
47.5 is your over-under. Give me the under. Yuck, what a game.
That's it. That's how Houston wins it, right? They drag them down into the mud and they win it 21-18 or some shit.
19-13, like the Bengals versus or like us versus UCF.
Yeah, 19-13. Yeah. Colorado at Arizona, 4:00 on Fox. Shockingly, Arizona's a 3-point favorite here. The total is 58.5. I think Colorado's playing pretty good football, and Arizona's really inconsistent. Maybe they have an answer at home. Travis Hunter is back, according to Dion. Give me Colorado. I'll lay the points. Or take the points. Take the points. Give me the points, and I'll take Colorado.
Selfishly, I want Colorado to win this game because I don't think you want to play this team after losing to Arizona at Arizona and then going home. I want them to be cocky because this team has a tendency to be just that. I want them to be cocky going back home against Cincinnati, who pulls one off against Arizona State. And now all of a sudden, if you beat Colorado, people are really talking about Cincinnati being a real team. So, give me Colorado, give me the points, and I don't know, just probably over. The line's moved up from 55.5, I believe it was
58.5 now.
Yeah. So, I think over.
The rest of these games might go pretty quick, Aaron. Baylor at Texas Tech, 4:00 ESPN 2. Texas Tech is only a 6.5-point favorite, and the total is only 55.5.
Crazy thing is it opened at 6.5 and has not moved.
What am I missing? Baylor's not good.
No. You're missing a guy
Texas Tech is good.
Baylor's literally on the ropes. Dave Aranda's job has to be on the line one of these games. Like you just do you give him to the end of the season?
Give me Texas Tech. I think they win comfortably.
Easy money. Yeah, easy money, Texas Tech. And I think it's good. It's dropped to 55.5. I think it's going to be over 55.5. I think it's going to be because Texas Tech runs away with it.
And Texas Tech's defense is not great. Baylor's going to score some.
Sure.
So if Baylor gets 20, this thing's over comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get any easier for our friends down in Orlando.
Man,
they take on Iowa State. The spread is 14. The total is 49.5.
Man.
So, hear me out. Gus always does this once a year.
He does.
I'm taking the points. And I think there's a remote chance. This is not a night game. It's not anything like crazy.
It is a night game. It's 7:30.
Oh, it's 7:30. My bad. I was looking at Baylor, Texas Tech. I thought it was 4:00. 7:30. That maybe changes it a little. I know the folks at Iowa State are fired up about how good this team is. I think Iowa State wins. I'm not going to be surprised if Gus does what Gus does and finds that one win that doesn't make any sense. I'll take 14. I really will. I'll take 14.
I liked when this opened at 13.5. I like Iowa State at 13.5. At 14, I'm a little hesitant to pull that trigger, and I'm gonna take UCF on that. The spread was 47.5 as it opened, or the over/under was 47.5 when it opened, 49.5. Now,
under.
I'm gonna under. Yeah, I think under.
I think it's a game in the low 20s, high teens. Man,
I'm curious to see what Ja'Cory Brown does with a full week of practice, though.
Yeah. If they don't get this one, it could spot. I mean, they've lost 3 in a row. It's already spiraling. Like, it could get real ugly real fast if this one's not close.
Scrambling for coach donations.
Yeah. Yeah. Kansas State at West Virginia. Kansas State favored by 3, total 55.5. West Virginia is fascinating to me because they have the ability to be pretty good, especially offensively. They're physical. Night game. Kansas State. I think Kansas State wins. I think I'd lay the 3. Like I think it's close, but I think Kansas State scores a touchdown late to kind of get a little bit of separation. I do think this is going to be a good game where West Virginia is in position. Like we're talking about, can West Virginia pull the upset third quarter into the fourth quarter type deal?
I think they do. I think they do upset.
You think they do? You hate Kansas State. You hate
I do.
Avery
I don't
Johnson.
know why. I don't know why. I don't like them.
Probably he's got long hair. You hate people with long hair, don't you?
No, that's not I don't know.
You have long hair.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think Kansas State is going to. I don't believe in them. I think that they're overhyped, overrated, and I just don't know what they've actually accomplished. You beat Colorado, okay.
He's got body in his hair, right? It's the curls. You wish you had the curls.
I get the curls if I put my hair up in if it's still wet and I put it up.
Yeah, but his is natural. Like he's got body. It's bouncy.
It's the flow.
It's his flow. You just hate it. I mean, you're jealous of his flow.
I mean, let's look back at Kansas State. Kansas State beat Colorado. They beat Oklahoma State. They lost to BYU by a lot, 38-9. You beat Arizona. You beat Tulane by 7, and you destroyed UT Martin. Who have you beat? Now, I mean, Arizona was good. Arizona was ranked, but now they're 3-3. They're not anybody now. Oklahoma State, not good. They were ranked when they played, not now. And Colorado.
Here's my thought process on this weekend, Aaron. At first glance, and we'll get to the last game. At first glance, there's not a lot of the most intriguing matchup on this slate is Cincinnati, Arizona State, and even is a luster.
That's wrong. That's wrong. No. The most interesting game is Houston, Kansas to see which one's more putrid.
Of course, yes, but I like at the top of the conference,
You're right.
teams that are playing well.
Yes. Yes.
That's the most interesting one. And Arizona State has lost their quarterback.
Right.
So even that has a little bit of doubt. What that means is we're going to be here Sunday night going, what a massacre this week was. What a wild,
Sure.
what a stupid week in this conference.
Absolutely.
And I think until towards the end, we start going back into bye weeks next week. So it's you get 16 this week.
I think only one.
Until later, at least. Let's see. Week 9. Why can't I just stay in the Big 12?
Not again until week 13.
Yeah. There's 7 next week. So at least but it doesn't feel like there's a lot of great matchups in the league this week. So of course the league's gonna turn upside down. And all these teams that were predicted at the top that are at the bottom now are gonna win a game. And then we're gonna sit here and go, we're stupid and we don't know shit.
Which is why I'm taking West Virginia.
Because you're stupid and you don't know shit?
Yes. The 55.5 is where the over-under is right now. It opened at 53.5. I'll say over, actually. I
think there's going to be a lot of points.
Shootout.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then finally, TCU at Utah. Utah favored by 4.5. Cam Rising, done. They go to the freshman. It's 10:30 on ESPN. I would have said prior to last week, I would have said Utah's defense, and I still might. I'm talking myself through this.
Yeah.
Utah's defense dominates a bad TCU offense. Arizona State controlled Utah's defense for 60 minutes last week. With Scadaboo, with the short passing game, moving the chains. They just bullied Utah's defense. That makes me less confident. But I think TCU's offense is, very pass heavy. It's very predictable. You know what they're going to do. I think Utah wins the game. I don't know that I will spend a ton of time at 10:30 Saturday night watching this one.
Hoover has thrown for over 2,000 yards already.
Yeah, 2,007 yards, 16 touchdowns, 6 picks.
16 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think TCU pulls the upset. I don't like saying it, but I don't love Utah. The line's already moved from -7 to -4.5 for Utah. The over-under is at 49.5, down from 51.5. I think it's going to be under, and I think TCU pulls the upset because Utah is reeling from losing Cam Rising. I think you lose hope when you lose a guy like that.
Yeah. I mean, with the hope of him, to get to your point, with the hope of him coming back, the defense can lean on.
Right.
We just got to get the job done for a couple weeks, and then we get our quarterback back, and then we can get rolling. Now your quarterback's gone. You didn't play great against Arizona State. Yeah, I mean,
your quarterback right now, Isaac Wilson has 6 touchdowns, 7 picks. Ooh.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if TCU won. And if this was in Dallas, I might feel more strongly about it.
Absolutely.
Then, I might get to where you're at. I think Utah somehow manages to win just because, Sonny is still the coach at TCU. But if we're talking about a TCU victory, I'm not going to be surprised. Things are off the tracks at Utah right now.
What a weird week it's going to be. Can't wait.
That's why we do it. That's why it's fun. We will see you tomorrow. Well, Aaron, are you gonna make me? I don't want to do 3 keys tomorrow. It's my birthday, but I'll be here unless we can make Dave do it. That's the nightcap. Brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.